Welcome everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. Where we left off last time, we had just left the Lothering. I actually went back there and took a look around. We didn't miss any treasure. There's no cave behind the spiders and there's no treasures up by the windmill that I saw. So, we're moving on from here. I did install a couple mods, so I installed the Atmosphere mod. I don't know if it's actually working, but it might be. It's hard to tell. We also got our dog as a companion, as opposed to an actual primary character, so that may disrupt some of the balance in the game.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennec, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Let me see your wares, Bowden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I do like discounts. Okay, so we're going to sell a couple things. First of all, we're going to get rid of this longsword, these bows, this ice arrow group. I think that stuff is darkspawn. No, we'll sell this stuff. And we have a bunch of junk here too. We're going to get rid of the less good stuff, but there still might be some useful things. I'm not exactly sure. We'll take a look around and figure that out. What else can we get rid of? Other. We can get rid of gems and stuff, I think. I'm pretty sure we don't need them for anything. They're just free money. You don't want to get rid of any gifts, though, so just make sure you don't sell any of those. Like these are all gifts. Don't sell those. Alright, so what does he have for sale? We can buy a staff called Sylvan's Mercy, which is +1 spell power, plus 10% nature damage, plus 5% nature resistance. Has a little bit more range. It has a naturally higher spell power at 4 as opposed to 1. And it is a tier 4 staff. It is very nice. I might pick that up actually. There's a very expensive white steel shield here called the Vashal. Or Vashal. And it is a very, very nice shield for Alistair. But that being said, we don't... That's not a... Never mind, that's not a shield at all. That's a battle axe. Sorry, that's my bad. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a shield at all. It's a really nice two-handed battle axe that we could give to Sten, probably. But we don't really have the monetary means of picking that up. Proving Helm's pretty nice. Conspirator's Foil's okay. We could get the Blood Dragon helmet, which is the next one of the pieces of the Blood Dragon set. Same thing with the gauntlets and the boots. We can buy them all. We could even buy them now, for the most part, I think, but we're going to leave them. And I'm going to take the Black Metal Torque. That's for our dog. It's a little bit expensive, but that's fine. We're also probably going to grab the Constitution versus Willpower. I think we're going to grab the helmet, this helmet, the Collective Arming Cowl. It's 1 gold, that's not too bad. And what does it give? +2 Constitution versus 2% resistance. And a little bit of armor from our stupid helmet. Maybe we'll leave that for now. I do want to pick up the Sylvan's Mercy staff though. It is pretty good. A little bit of an upgrade for us. Right. So we need to grab our dog. Gotta figure out how to put items on him.
Oh, why you little...
What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
A little bit, yeah. I
once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
That's funny.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Oh, he doesn't want to eat people. If you had it and didn't know it, it was probably tasty. I like our dog. Okay, let's go talk to some people, get their backstories.
What do you need?
Actually, no, we already did that, didn't we? Yes, that was the last video. Okay, let's go talk to... Oh, wait, hang on. What do you have to say, Sandal?
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Eltimar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
What other goods do you have?
Certainly, I can do that for you.
Oh, I
Just
don't...
come with me.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. We don't really have the resources for some decent enchantments yet, so we'll leave it for now. Levi or Levy.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
The traitor? No, traitor. Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family... well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Olin died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Couldn't you just go there by yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
And what did you need from me then?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Let's go to Soldier's Peak.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Alright then. That is one of the DLCs. We'll do that later. We're gonna go to the Circle of Mages first. It's time to go get ourselves some mage friends. I think I've been turned around. There we go. It's like, where's the way out of this camp? It's right over here. I am being silly.
On it.
So we have the dog. We don't have to take it with us. It's automatically in our group, so we're gonna grab boop boop boop. Not you.
Yes.
Indeed.
You. We'll leave Alistair behind because he does not like the things we do. Now, as I was mentioning before all of that role-playing goodness, the fact that we are having 5 characters now as opposed to the normal 4 is a little bit worrying in terms of game balance. Because the game's balanced around having 4 characters, and we have technically 5 now. Can we equip our dog now? There is a way to do it, I know there is. There we go. You just make it your active character, and we'll give it the thing. Didn't we get a tattoo for it as well? I think we have a tattoo for the dog, didn't we? No, maybe we didn't pick one up. We should probably pick up a tattoo for the dog as well. Oh, we should sell these wolf pelts. Okay, we'll deal with that later.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds. They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold. We all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
Well, look at this. I remember taking you across when you left with that fella Duncan. And now you're a Grey Warden. My pap used to tell me stories about them.
Could you ferry me across to the island?
Templars took the boat.
So I can't get across?
Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester, we got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy, named for my grandmum she was.
Is something wrong up at the tower?
I told you, they didn't tell me nothing. And if I know they're mages, I'm better off keeping out of their business. If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic, but the tower's always got something to do with magic.
Is there no other way across?
You could try swimming, but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there. Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows over, but I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
I could convince the Templars to let me in.
Maybe you could at that. I'm sure your mind's all afire now, eh?
A little bit, yeah. I should get going.
You go on ahead then. They were nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too. Who are you?
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you?
Yep.
Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Tell me more.
The collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Alright. Let's go take a look at these things. Places of power. Hear me and obey. My power waning. I Krebulash, the epithet, require a reconnection to the mystic places I have left behind. You, the bearer of this note, shall travel to these places and trace upon them my personal glyphs, claiming their eldritch energies for my own. You will come upon sites of mystic power in ancient places of the world. The Priscillian Forest, the deep roads, the heart of Denerim, and near the base of the Circle Tower. I will accept that quest. Careless accusations. The activities of the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed, and now I am in danger of being brought before the Templars myself. A small band of drifters claim to have seen me practicing forbidden arts, and they have left to deliver testimony of my alleged deeds to the Chantry. I ask the Mages Collective to find and stop these false witnesses by any means necessary. They are traveling along the road from Lothering to Denerim, where their lives will seal my fate. There comes a time in each young mage's life where he must strike forth from beneath the shadow of his mentor. For my 3 young unremarkable apprentices, this time is now. He who accepts this calling takes it upon himself to deliver the documents of congratulations to my apprentices, who will no doubt be uninformed as to the contents of this missive. The apprentices' names are Starrick, Alina, and Sheth. I have cleverly sent them away from my abode so that they may receive this information in a public place, thus guaranteeing the safety of my willing courier. You will find 2 of them in Denerim. The other is procuring a slightly rarer item from Orzammar. And be sensitive. I would not wish harm upon their delicate feelings. My worst fears have been realized. A band of devilish Maleficarum are performing their profane rituals within close proximity to my own sanctuary. This cannot stand. I, Javasto, charge he who accepts this request to destroy the fiends before their evil brings unwanted attention from either Templars or demons to my back door. Travel to the Priscillian Forest and slay these blasphemers. Okay, herbal magic. Disaster. So consumed have I been in my personal projects that I have neglected to collect vital components of the herbal remedy I used to sharpen my mind for thoughts of the other world. Without it, I am ruined, ruined. I will humbly reward any who bring me 10 bundles of deep mushrooms. With this, I can continue on my quest for enlightenment with a clear mind and fewer bouts with drowsiness and indigestion. May he who accepts this request be showered in riches and love from the Maker's heart for this noble and selfless act. This is literally my salvation. Well, who are you? And where are you? I guess we'll have to deal with that later. But now we have a ton of side quests to do. And Carol is at the docks. There's some barrels there we should probably loot, and some sacks, and a tavern called the Spoiled Princess. Well, there's one deep mushroom right there. 2 deep mushrooms. I wonder how many we have. If we could even finish that quest right away. It's under crafting. We have 8 so far, so we're pretty close actually. Leather armor and ash shortbow. Let's take a look inside the tavern, I guess. And then we should try to head across the lake. Man, this is a very depressing tavern. Damn. Alright, you, first of all. You're a lockpicker.
On my way.
Apparently not a good enough lockpicker.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling inn. The name stuck. That's the story.
I should get going.
Of course. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
Okay. Lorana.
Good day.
Apparently you have nothing to say to me. Fine then. Shady patron?
What are you looking at, Canaman?
Man, there's some grumpy people in that inn. Let's see if we can get across the lake, I guess.
How very fitting that they would build a prison.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
You look remarkably like Alistair. I'm a Grey Warden and I seek the assistance of the mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
I have these documents here.
Yes? Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
Aren't queens female?
Don't question royalty. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
Your superior won't like that you've given me trouble.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Well, we should try our best to avoid that, shouldn't we?
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yeah,
Come along, I suppose.
I do. You could just repair the bridge and it would be less trouble, just saying. Rage demons are the weakest, then hunger, sloth, desire, and pride demons are the most powerful.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure, why not?
Now we wait and pray.
What's going on here?
I don't have time to entertain visitors. Well, look who's back. A proper Grey Warden now, are we? Glad you're not dead.
What's happening? Why are the great doors barred?
I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. We were too complacent, First Jowan, now this. Don't think I've forgotten your role in Jowan's escape.
I'd expected you would have caught him by now.
How exactly? He is one man in all the world, and we have no way to locate him. It set a dangerous precedent. I should have been more vigilant and urged Irving to be more wary. I can only hope that someday Jowan gets what he deserves. But right now I have other pressing concerns.
It appears so. What has become of the first enchanter?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
What can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
How can you think of annulling the entire circle?
You assume that there will be any mages left to kill. This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I'll look for survivors.
I assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
Abominations cannot stand against me.
If you succeed, I would owe you much, enough that I would pledge my Templars to your cause. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
We have an agreement then.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
That's some sweet armor clipping. Also, I've noticed some textures seem to be missing from this upgraded texture pack, so that's interesting as well. Anyways, let's loot some things. Lyrium dust. Looks like a person is nearing death. We don't have to worry too much about that. Quartermaster.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
He has really cool looking swords.
Yes. Would you like to trade?
Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted to press.
I wish this were over.
Do you have supplies? Yes. Oh.
I wish this were over. Yes. Would.
Okay, there we go. Dear God. What do you have? Shield of the Magister Lord. No, that is a decent shield. Magic staff, that's less good than ours. A Liberator's mace, made of dragon bone, which is pretty good too. A Viridium maul. It's only 1 gold. Sten. How do I... Comparing items to Sten. There we go. His greatsword steel is actually better. Well, it has more crit. It has less armor penetration though, and a greater strength modifier for the mail or for the maul. How about steel greatsword? You already have one. And anything else? No. Okay, armor. Helmet of the Barasad. Can't afford it, but it's pretty damn nice. Actually, they have a whole bunch of really nice gear. That is very pretty, that Mage's cowl. We'll have to deal with this later as well. Holy crap, that's amazing. I want that. That belt is +2 to all attributes, 20% nature resistance, +2 mana regeneration in combat, +2 stamina regeneration in combat, +10 physical resistance. Alright, we'll have to work into getting some of those things, but for now, we are heading out. We'll be fine.
This is the prison for your mages?
Let's get
Ours
started.
is not so grand.
So the mages are all locked within.
Shakes his head. He's like, yeah, I don't care if they ever come back.
I would not subject even an animal to such a terrible fate.
As you wish.
We found some diary stuff. Oh,
Allow me.
Liliana, this is your
I can
job.
do that for you.
Good. A magic elm staff. We'll probably end up giving that to Morgan. In fact, we'll do that right now. Morgan needs a new staff. What does she have currently? Steel magic staff. Actually, hers is better. Never mind. Carry on. There's a pile of filth over here in the corner and a vanity.
Right.
There's a quartz. And some elf fruit. I don't see any more books or anything to grab, so... I'm stuck in a corner. Oh, I see him. There we go. That's better. Let's quick save, because there could be enemies around. We don't know for sure yet. There are a couple footlockers here. We're going to grab their journals.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
A lyrium potion. Good. So this could go really easily or really difficult, because we're on the hardest difficulty technically, but we also have an extra character, so that's going to screw up the game balance pretty severely, I think. We'll see though. If it becomes too outrageously overpowered, maybe we'll get rid of the dog mod, although I do like having the dog with us. Good job, Wynn.
You've returned to the tower? Why did the Templars let you through? Are you here to warn us?
I trolled Gregor. I would investigate the tower.
The Templars have barred the doors. They will only open them if they intend to attack us. Is that what is happening?
No, they're waiting for reinforcements.
So Gregor thinks the circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
We waste time here when there are abominations to kill.
If you are here to kill abominations, let me help you. I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this circle.
Very well, I will help you.
Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
Gregor will only accept it if the first enchanter says so.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
Let's go.
You want us to assist this preachy schoolmistress to rescue these pathetic excuses for mages? They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle, mindless. Now their masters have chosen death for them, and I say, let them have it.
You could have been one of them if things were different.
I could be here had my mother not shielded me from the Templars, so I am to show sympathy.
A little bit.
My mother often said that things are the way they are because they could not have been any other way. I always questioned this. Do what you wish. I care not.
Thank you, Morgan.
Petra, Kinan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wynn, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
Let's go. We talked
You
enough.
are ready. Let us go end this.
Alright, so we have to take Wynn with us. She's locked into our group, so we're going to take Morgan as well. We have the dog. And we kind of need a rogue, so we'll take the rogue too. No fighters allowed, apparently.
Look after her, will you?
She's old enough to look after herself.
I don't know if she's up to this, especially not after... I just worry.
Wynn seems to be a strong woman.
Wynn's the strongest person I know, but she's only human. This ordeal has been hard on her.
What do you mean, what happened?
I was on my way down to the library when I heard screaming, and a demon came round the corner. Its eyes were afire with evil. I was certain it was my death come upon me. I think I screamed. I was so afraid. And then Wynne was there, in front of me, shielding me. It was light and fire, blood and chaos. When it was over, the demon was dead, but Wynne wasn't moving either. I was so afraid she was gone.
Well, she seemed to have survived.
Just look after her, all right? She might be completely fine, but then again, maybe she didn't come away from that totally unharmed.
Yes, yes, now stop bothering me.
Thank you. And thank you again for helping us.
I don't want your thanks. I want you to get out of my way. Can we go through the metal door? Lockpicker, go.
I shall.
Impossible to pick. Alright. So no dice on that one. Also, I think we're out of time. So, we'll dispel the barrier, and then we'll head
I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having
into our
kept it in
outro.
place this long.
You did what you had to do, Wynne.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Be on your guard.
Looks like nothing. Alright, we're going to end the video here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. We'll finish up, or at least get partially through the Circle Mages Tower area. Have a good night, everyone.